and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to episode 119 of the ItsObviousGaming podcast. I'm your host, Preston Pugh, and I'm joined by my two best friends, Garrett Drick.
Jacob, I was picking off a crumb on your shirt there. You need to eat a little cleaner.
Jacob Alka.
I will eat it how I choose. Thank you.
What were you eating earlier? You had like turkey wrapped in something?
It was turkey with cream cheese wrapped in the middle.
Interesting. I've never tried that.
It's a good substitute for a sandwich.
Okay.
If you just want to have meat and cheese, it's good. You can pick whatever deli meat you want.
Like cream cheese? Like the block of cream cheese?
No, it's like it comes in like a thing where you use a knife to spread it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you just pick a side of the turkey and just put it on with a knife. Like the stuff you would put on a bagel.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I've ever had that with meats before.
It's good.
I occasionally substitute bread with a tortilla, and then sometimes I'll just eat the meat with some mustard. Like some turkey and mustard. Some good stuff right there.
Mustard on a tortilla, huh?
Yeah, I've tried it. You've ever tried it before?
It's like a wrap. It's a wrap, dude.
Yeah.
You've had a wrap
I'm
before.
not knocking you. I'm just saying I haven't tried it.
Do you like wraps?
Yeah.
I like a good wrap.
Wraps are
Sometimes when I get a Chick-fil-A, I get a wrap, and I
enjoy Chick-fil-A.
I get those often. It's basically a salad and a tortilla.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I've been really in on the Italian dressing at Chick-fil-A recently.
It's okay.
Ever since they got rid of the spicy dressing, I switched over to creamy salsa. Did not do it for me. Mm-hmm. So I've been trying the Italian.
I think that's Chick-fil-A's biggest misstep. A lot of people complain about the chicken salad changing was a pretty big misstep. Mm-hmm. The original chicken salad sandwich was incredible. Very, very good. I don't even like chicken salad, but it was so good that I would still get it. They changed it up, made it like all this frou-frou chicken salad now with like fruits and stuff in it. I'm not a big fan of that, but whatever. I let that one slide. They changed their coleslaw. People went in a fit of rage. I didn't really care about that.
I know they briefly changed their barbecue sauce too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I think they reverted it though. If I remember correctly.
But just completely discarding the spicy dressing in favor of the creamy salsa. That's their biggest misstep to me. That
was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
I'll never forget me and the guy from Clark that we used to work alongside. He had the really long hair. Yeah. And he was used to working in racks, but they sent him out into the field for Woodstock, and he jokingly complained the whole time. Yeah. Nice guy. Yeah. But he and I don't remember when they went on food runs during that job we were doing, and Ryan had gone to Chick-fil-A one night and took everyone's orders. Yeah. Well, he and I both ordered wraps, and we both asked for spicy dressing. What's it called? Spicy something.
It's just spicy.
Yeah, just spicy. Yeah. So Ryan came back with only one spicy dressing. Ooh. So he and I sat alongside each other and shared the dressing. We just passed it back and forth. I remember that moment. We sort of bonded there.
Wow. Yeah.
And then we went and made out behind a structure in the church somewhere, and then I continued the job. So it was a good night at work.
Wow.
Yeah.
Behind the church.
Sounds like a good night.
Yeah, good times. I miss working with you guys. Oh, yeah? I think about it often, believe it or not.
Okay.
So.
I think about you, too.
Yeah.
Gentlemen, how's your week been?
I've been tired all week.
Exhausting, very busy. Mm-hmm. But I'm slowly nicking away at my to-do list. It all has to do with COG Connected. I am drowning in pack stuff.
I guess you just don't care about ItsObviousGaming anymore.
Right,
huh?
Yeah.
Just put us in the back burner.
Yeah, it was really what was taking up the bulk of my time was the Destiny review. I mean, that was such a monster of a game to review, especially because it's such a big game for the year. Mm-hmm. It's one of the biggest games of the year, so I wanted to do it right, obviously.
And you liked it.
I did like it. Mm-hmm. Yes, I still like it. I'm totally enthralled with it currently. I'm addicted and I can't scratch that itch because I'm busy with other things and it's kind of killing me inside. Mm-hmm. But that review took up a lot of my time. I wrote the majority of it prior to PAX, and then on the way there in the plane I wrote for like 4 hours straight, and then on the way back I wrote some more, and then was finalizing some stuff, and then watched Jacob play most of the raid and watched other people play through every portion and like memorize. Like I'm probably not, because I haven't played it, but I've seen everything in great detail from multiple people, so I have a general idea of what the entire thing plays out like.
Definitely still a difference when you're actually playing.
Exactly. So, but COG and most other outlets were waiting for the raid to come out before everyone finalized the reviews. So I saw all that and then spliced that into the end. And my original cut was like 4,500 words, which, side note on that, I thought was so funny that when I went to that preview event in Seattle, this one guy, we'd only played Destiny for 3 hours the first night because I mentioned I had like tech issues and we didn't get to play as much as we were supposed to the first day. And it's only the second day. We've only played 3 hours of the game. And he's like, at breakfast, he's like, yeah, dude, I've already written 6,000 words for this game. I just have a lot of stuff to say. I was like, 6,000 words? I'm like, that's insane. How could you say that much about 3 hours of gameplay? But I managed to hit 4,500 after playing the bulk of the game. And I mean, I thought, I'm like, this is absurd how long it is. But I had so much to say about it, and there's so many things packed into it. And sorry, my eyes are itching like crazy. But Cog was like, yeah, most of the reviews are beefy from other outlets too, but let's try to cut it down a bit. And I was like, well, that's cool with me because I'd rather have to cut some out than add more. So I chopped it down as much as I could. I left out a couple things that I really wanted to keep in there, but ultimately, I mean, arguably they weren't that necessary. But I was happy with the final result. I gave it an 87 out of 100. Basically because it's just game sucks, man. So it gets an 87. I have no good reason. If it gets below a 9, it's awful. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it's just like the most minuscule things, like the shader system, which even though it's like I'm totally fine with it now. Like I get what it is. I still was like a little disappointed by that. And like the Hunter's Arc Strider subclass, I think it's cool. Like I think it's awesome when you use it, but I think it's way too similar to Blade Dancer. I think its dodge ability, no matter whichever option you choose, whether you reload your melee energy or recharge or reload your weapon, I just think it's so useless. So like it does nothing for me. Underwhelming. Yeah. So that, and there's a couple of tiny little things in there, but overall I love the game. So it was fun getting to do that. And that's off my chest now, which is nice. I'm currently in the middle of the edit of the video version, which should be out by the time this podcast comes out. But after that's all off my plate, I still have a ton of stuff to do, but I can dip back into doing its obvious stuff, which I'm excited about. We just got to figure out what content we're going to put out, because I feel like everyone has their Destiny YouTubers. So no matter what we put out, I feel like no one's going to care that much. But at least we want to play with you guys from the community, whether we're doing Crucible or Strikes, or eventually I'll be able to raid with you guys, not for a little while longer, but we'll figure something out. Plenty of games coming through the pipe soon as well. So what Destiny content should we put out? Should we put like a raid highlights video, or like just a raid stream highlights video? It would be fun if like one of these weekends we got together and did a Trials of the 9 video with, we need 4 people now for a fire team. What power level you need to be for that? I don't know. I haven't checked it out yet. Okay, because I'm only 240 right now, so I got a ways to go before I can even do the raid. Probably a little over like 260. I read that I think you have to complete the call to arms for that week to even get into the Trial of the 9, which is pretty dumb. I really dig the milestone stuff too. That's really helpful as far as tracking what you're doing and everything. I like that. I like it because it gives you a reason to come back every week. Exactly. Yeah, it's cool. It's just like, oh, you want to do Trials of the 9? Oh, we'll beat like 10 or 11 matches of Crucible that you can do. And the beauty about like the clan system is that when just someone in your, if even just 2 people in your clan group up and do any activity, like the Nightfall, the raid, the Trials of the 9, you get a reward. Yeah, I love that so much. Yeah. That's so cool. That's like one of my favorite parts, how they integrated it completely into the game. It's great. It gives you good gear too. Like those clan rooms are really good. Yeah, I've been so satisfied with it. Every time I get gear, that's what's one of the greatest parts about the game. You always get something that's worth it. Every single time you're granted until something. You hit some point. Like exactly. For me now, I'm stuck on the raid boss, and I'm getting just a plethora of legendary engrams that are just trash. So at least you get all those shards to so invest into something later. Yeah, at least it's for something. Did you go visit Zur? Yeah, I did. I got that Merciless. Yeah, that's what I need to get. Yeah, I don't think I can afford that, even though I do. I don't even think I have enough legendary items to do. 29. I would try and get that because that's a really, really good weapon. I want to. Everyone's been raving about it, so hopefully before he leaves on Tuesday now, correct? Yes. It's like it's the week reset. It starts from like Friday through Tuesday, I think. So that's nice. He's hanging out a bit longer in that giant tree on Nessus. Almost called it Venus because it looks just like it, dude. Am I right? Yeah, I mean, kind of. It looks similar, but you obviously like the Vex technology and stuff is there. But I actually, Nessus has grown on me a lot, mostly because of the soundtrack. The music on Nessus is beautiful. I bought the entire Destiny 2 soundtrack. Nice. I love it, and I also love Ikora's theme from Io when you first arrived there. It sounds very Witcher-like to me. I like that one. I don't know what the track is on Nessus when it's one of Cade's story missions where it's very like electronic and like techno-y. That song, I can't find it on the soundtrack. I don't even know if it's on there. It's so good. So that's unfortunate. Maybe they contracted some like dubstep artist to do that one section of the game. He's not on the soundtrack. It's probably Skrillex, dude. Am I right? Yeah. That's the only him and Deadmau5. I'm very mainstream when it comes to dubstep. Is the only names I can name.
Deadmau5, I don't appreciate you grouping electronic and dubstep together.
Yeah, electronic.
I can't stand dubstep.
Is dubstep a thing still?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, dubstep's kind of like it's like generic metalcore is kind of phased out now. Like most metal bands now are doing different things. Like at least they're trying to. Like you don't hear many bands that sound like old school Asking Alexandria anymore. So dubstep, like that was a phase, and now I feel like it's evolving a bit.
I don't even remember what dubstep was.
Just a lot of wubs.
Yeah, put on Skrillex.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to the Glitch Mob, and I know you like Daft Punk, which I always hate.
Yeah, I was gonna say Daft Punk. I was thinking they're the dudes with the helmets, right?
Yeah,
everybody's wearing helmets.
They look the coolest to me, and I think that's one of the reasons why they're so famous is because they look cool. The name's awesome, and a lot of their songs, like I say, for the first 30 seconds, those songs are awesome. They're so catchy. Past that 30-second mark, I'm out after that.
Didn't they do the Tron soundtrack?
They did.
Okay,
excellent soundtrack.
I thought that was a cool soundtrack.
Some of their best work, in my opinion.
I bought that soundtrack.
It's a good one.
Well, did you?
Disney canceled the Tron sequel to that movie. It's a shame.
I didn't like that movie.
Actually, maybe different things have been happening. They either canceled it and then renewed it, but I know for a fact that Daft Punk will not be doing the soundtrack to the sequel. So whoever they replace, I get the feeling that they will recognize how popular Daft Punk's soundtrack and beloved it was from the first one. They'll be like, well, we need to try to top that. So maybe it'll inspire them to create something even better.
Maybe
that's possible. Like, look, take Destiny 2 for example. Martin O'Donnell is an amazing games composer. The whole Halo trilogy, even Vanilla Destiny, had some great music. But in my opinion, Destiny 2 soundtrack is like miles above the first one. So
I agree.
It's possible.
Jacob, how was your week?
It's been pretty good. Like I said, I've been tired for some reason. Been staying up too late some nights, like doing the raid for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Did we stay up late the first night when we did it? No, we got off earlier because we've been doing it earlier in the day.
We started at like 3.
Yeah. And I had to go to bed early that night. So, but yeah, basically the highlight of the week was doing the raid. We jumped in the day that it opened. It was me and Preston, and then several people from the community and just people on my friends list. But it was fun. Once we kind of figured out, the first encounter was pretty easy, right?
Yeah,
I would say.
Well, what do you mean the first encounter?
The first encounter.
Like, I know, but this raid is, I'm sure people
I don't think you can do it in any order you want.
I know, but are you talking about the encounter in terms of opening the door to the encounter, or the actual first encounter, like the bathhouse?
The bathhouse. The
bathhouse, basically. Okay.
I would say that's probably the easiest one out of everything. And it makes sense because it's first.
Yeah.
And then we got to the pleasure gardens. Pleasure gardens was not easy.
It wasn't as hard as a lot of people are just stuck on pleasure gardens. I know. So I'm surprised we did it as fast as we did it.
It took us like 2 or 3 hours. I think.
Yeah. Which that's pretty fast, I think, for that.
I think you were there for most of it. Just sitting, I was watching us die over and over.
Yeah.
We could not figure out what to do. But eventually we tried. I guess I don't want to spoil how the game worked or the fight works.
Yeah. But, I know Merciless would have helped on that fight a lot.
Yeah.
That would have
probably
freaking destroyed in that.
I'm sure it helps on the last boss too.
No.
Really?
He's too far away.
I mean, not really. Not when you're on the close platforms.
Even when you're on the close ones, I've done both. I get way more damage if I'm just using a sniper to get crit hits.
Okay.
It's way better. Like I double my damage output when I use sniper.
I've heard the Cold Heart's very good.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, I need to get that. I still haven't put in my DLC or my pre-order code yet to even get that.
Because I have like an auto rifle that's like 290, I think.
Okay.
So I need to put that into it. What was I saying? I was talking about the raid.
Pleasure Gardens, yeah.
Then the next encounter is the Gauntlet. And that's probably the funnest part of the raid, I think. Especially if you're a runner. I really enjoyed, how that fight worked. I say fight, it's more of an encounter. Yeah. This whole raid's more encounter based. It's more of an experience, I feel like. And it's not just like, hey, bang your head against these bosses over and over again. Which I kind of liked. It's a nice change up from previous raids in Destiny.
It really felt like the entire premise of this raid was Callus is testing you. And it really felt like every one of these encounters was like a a test or a trial or something to like prove your worth to like go see him, and you could really feel that in these tests that he was giving you.
Yeah, it's like those little playthings for his entertainment for the evening.
So especially that part of the raid was, I don't know, it felt like really different than anything I'd done in Destiny at that point, with like an obstacle course, like you were doing, especially the very last part, is like your ninja warrior, jumping through hoops and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. And once we got that one down, it was pretty easy. It's just, working out the kinks of everybody knowing what they're supposed to do.
I heard a better strategy on that fight. Instead of just everyone just staying where they are, like two people would go with a runner and just follow them around the circle.
Yeah, I heard that one too. The way we had it though was,
it worked like once we figured it out.
Yeah.
And I heard that other people were doing that too. So
okay. Yeah. That's the main thing with this raid, is that it is so communications based. Like you have to have a good mic.
I wouldn't dare take someone in without a mic.
Oh, impossible.
Yeah, there's no way. Like impossible. You can't just like emote to communicate. Like there's so much stuff going on.
And you have to have a good mic too. If you're like sound like you're at the bottom of a hole or something, like just you have to invest in a better mic. That's the price you have to pay to play the raid.
It's the thing though, like your Xbox and PS4 comes with a mic that's perfectly fine.
Yeah, but I don't know what some people do to these mics, because I played with some random groups and some people sounded like they were shouting either across a room, or one guy I was playing with, his earbuds didn't work, so he had our voices coming out of the TV and was talking to us, so we could hear every gunshot and stuff. And I just left. I was like, you cannot be serious if you think we're going to beat this with your janky ass mic.
Are you going to talk about all your struggles with the raid this week?
I will, I guess. That was the main thing I pretty much did this week. Is the first night on Wednesday, we got to the gauntlet.
Yeah, and people started leaving. It was getting late.
Yeah, so. It was. That's completely understandable. It was fine. I appreciated.
We'd spent a long time on the beasts or whatever.
So,
my
Attack on Titan. Never mind. Anyways, I'm gonna mute that really quick. I completely had a brain fart while I was talking about. Oh yeah. So, anyways, the next night we did the gauntlet, and then we got to the boss, and we kind of just threw ourselves at the boss for a couple of hours. Figured out what we're supposed to do, but it was our first time, so we ended up disbanding, and I knew that a lot of people couldn't even come back the next day or whatever. Well, the next morning I woke up and I was like, you know what, I really want to just beat this. I kind of want to just finish this. I want to get the platinum, just put it away. I knew Dishonored was coming out the next day, so I really wanted to put all my focus in on Dishonored. I've been looking forward to Death of the Outsider for a while, so I just was looking for groups and stuff, and not to just like, I could just talk about this for the rest of the podcast, but I couldn't find anybody to help me beat it. I know it's hard, but it's so frustrating for me to know what you're supposed to do, and for other people to say they know what they're supposed to do, and you're not the one dying over and over again, and there's nothing that you personally can do to help out to beat this thing. I'm doing all I can. Like I've done every role for numerous hours, so any role that somebody wanted me to go to, I was able to do it. Of course, you're gonna make a mistake every now and then, but for the most part, I would say that, like, I would typically, there's two, like, the final boss fight has two parts that the teams are supposed to split into, and I was typically going to the realm, as they call it, and we were knocking that out just fine. It was the people in the other area that were dying continuously, and there's just nothing you can do about it. It's not like, oh, I should have killed more things. Like, there's physically nothing you can do about it. So it's super infuriating knowing that beating this boss fight is completely out of your hands. That's just infuriating to me, and I just jumped between several groups and nobody could do it. So that was on a Thursday. So I went to bed just and I did this throughout the entire night, dude. Like I played until like 3 a.m. and I just went to bed just like heartbroken. So defeated.
I was defeated the night that we went to bed.
Yeah, just especially me playing. I played pretty much the entire day, took a little bit of a break, went back at it that night once Lizzie went to bed, and just went to bed defeated. Woke up the next day and I was like, there's no way that I cannot beat this. Like, it's been a couple of days. There has to have been people that have beaten it, that are looking for somebody that knows what they're doing to help finish this out. So the exact same thing happened again. I went to like 7 o'clock from noon that day doing this boss fight over and over again. Got close a few times, but people just ended up disbanding. People were rage quitting because we were getting mad at them. People were lying about their light level. People were lying that they knew what they were doing. Just the exact same thing repeated again that day. Lizzie went to bed again, and I said, okay, I'm doing it tonight. Started at 10 o'clock, ended up finishing at like 3 a.m. The exact same thing. We got so close twice. I'm talking like Callus had a hair of health, and we just had to do one more cycle, and everybody always chokes on the last cycle. The call outs aren't made. They just get nervous and die in the throne room or something. It's just that over and over again. And dude, it's just frustrating. It's very frustrating knowing that as far as what I'm doing, I can't do anything else. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to just say that, oh, I'm perfect, I never die or anything, but I would say 99% of the time what I'm doing exactly what needs to be done, and I'm not messing up. So it's just so different from any of the other raids that we've done, that everybody has to be on their game. There can't be a guy messing up or everybody's losing. So hopefully I have better luck or just later on, because so far just everybody I've grouped up with just hasn't been able to cut it. So yeah, that's the nicest way I have to say what I'm trying to say. So
looks like you're never going to beat it.
I feel like I'm never going to beat it. That's the thing, is it's obviously hard because not a lot of people are beating it, but it's not that hard. As long as you understand what you're doing, it really isn't the hardest thing on earth, you know. Especially it's infuriating when I'm with a group and they're like, oh dude, Axis was way harder than this. I was like, well, if that's the case, then we should have beaten this by now. Like, we know, that's the thing, is we're not trying to figure out what to do. Everybody knows what they're doing, so just do it. I know that's easier said than done, but like, I don't know. You should be able to not die. Especially my last group was like, everybody was like over 290 and stuff. Like, I don't understand how you can just not die. I don't know. So that's all I have to say. Very fun though. Besides, I don't know, the past 2 nights, I'm not gonna lie, I was freaking so infuriated. I had zero fun. But the night that all of us, like me and Jacob and the rest of everybody, got together and we were going through it, that was a lot of fun.
It's aesthetically pleasing, the raid.
It is very beautiful.
It's great. I love the underground tunnels and stuff, like going through it.
I just love the skybox and like the scale of things. Like, before you even enter the raid, just like when if you first spawn in, you're on this, I guess, I don't know, runway up to where the guards are. You turn around and you see Nessus behind you. It's really cool.
Definitely cool.
Yeah.
Apparently on Nessus you can look up and see it too.
That's cool.
Which I haven't done that yet.
Yeah,
that is a really cool touch.
I know there's a mission on Nessus that kind of gives you the backstory of Callus, I've heard.
Yeah. An adventure.
Yeah.
I have not done it, but I did hear something about Callus, which we all know what happens during the fight. We're not going to spoil it, but do you know anything else about the lore? Not to spoil anything.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I heard people were talking about it in one of the groups, and I thought it was really cool. So yeah, there's some pretty cool lore behind it. But
yeah, no one really knows for sure if he really. I can't say.
Yeah, just don't say anything. We can talk about it later. But that's pretty much all I think we did in Destiny this week. Was that?
Yeah. So I mean, that's all I've been playing is Destiny. Nothing new on the games front for me. What about you guys? You played anything else?
I finally beat the story.
Beat the story.
Oh, nice.
It was cool.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. It's like, I've done it. And then I moved on.
Yeah. Sure. Did you see the skybox on Almighty?
Yeah.
That was cool. Really cool.
It was very cool.
I love when Zavala says Almighty. The Almighty.
The Almighty.
The guy's voice is so great.
Yeah, he's awesome.
It's hot.
He's hot?
No, I'm hot.
Oh.
He's also hot.
Pretty hot.
I'd date that man.
Yeah.
Do you prefer his natural look, like in Horizon, or do you prefer his Zavala look?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's the same guy.
2 great roles.
I think I'm a Zavala man myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably argue Zavala.
Mm-hmm.
I feel more connected to him as opposed to the character in Horizon.
Okay.
I played a little bit of Dishonored.
Yes, so that game came out.
Yeah, that game came out.
It's a standalone?
It's a standalone,
okay.
But nobody's been talking about it. It's had almost zero marketing.
It's funny because I'm supposed to review it for COG, and I told him, I was like, man, I'm really backed up with some other stuff. You may need to hand it off to someone else. So like, well, we'll ask, but I don't think anyone on our staff is even interested in it. So like, we might just let you
That is
hold
so
off.
heartbreaking.
I was like, oh, I'm surprised to hear that.
That's so heartbreaking. Is that correct?
Heartbreaking?
Heartbreaking.
I don't think it's breaking. Dude, I am so tired. This is the first time in podcast history for me that my eyes are like drooping. Like I can't keep my eyes open.
I was up till like 4 a.m. raiding last night, so I'm totally beat.
I almost pulled an all-nighter, but I couldn't because I have to go run sound in Dahlonega this evening. If I didn't have to do that, I would have pulled an all-nighter just to finish that video review I've been working on. But at 5:30, I was like, well, I have to get back up at 8. So I was like, I should probably sleep for a couple hours, and I'm still so tired. It's awful.
Fine.
So,
anyways, I got Dishonored. This is like the first new AAA game that I bought on PC. So that's pretty cool. I played the demo for Dishonored 2. There's the first like 3 missions for free on Steam. So
first 3, wow.
Yeah,
it's quite a substantial demo.
Well, it's just up until the first mission. Like they count the prologue as one mission.
Okay.
Then they remember the first mission. You go to like Karnaca and you have to like get your way to that like asylum or something.
Yes.
Yeah, that's where it ends.
Okay.
So they count that as like 3 missions, but it's really just like the prologue and the first full mission.
Okay.
But I just wanted to see how the game ran, how the controls were, and I will warn you, I know because you got it on PC, the controls are a little odd, but I think that's just because I don't play PC games a lot. Like blocking with your sword is control, so that's a little weird to like hit control with your pinky to block, but like once you play with it for like an hour, it's fine. Just initially I was like, oh, this is kind of weird, but you get used to it. But anyways, that's besides the point. So I played like I think 2 missions, which I don't know exactly how long the game is. It kind of felt like I was halfway through, or that might just be because I'm spending like hours on each mission just exploring everything. But I know it's like shouldn't be too long, so I'm not exactly sure. But anyways, I'm like 2 missions in, and there's not really a lot to say. It's more Dishonored 2, but it's great. The new character's interesting. Her new powers are really cool. There is, as far as I can see, there are no unlocking of powers. Every power is unlocked to you from the beginning. Once
That's cool.
Yeah, the first mission you have no powers, kind of like in Dishonored 2, but of course something involving the outsider happens like in every Dishonored game, and then you get your powers. And the 4 involve, there's like your maneuverability, like you're teleporting, but the only thing different is that you can actually teleport into somebody and they like explode, so that's pretty cool. I haven't done that yet though because I'm doing like a non-lethal playthrough. Your second one is you can actually steal the face of somebody, so as long as you're not seen stealing their face, or they haven't like seen this person like twice or something, I forgot the other kind of little other thing that could like hinder that, but you can like just steal their face, they get knocked out, and you can just walk around until your like mana meter goes down impersonating this person. So it's way easier now to like walk past guards or like go in a room you're not supposed to be in if you like impersonate somebody. Like for instance, there's a house that I snuck into and I was kind of sneaking around and I went in a bathroom and a maid looked at me and she's like, oh, I don't think you're supposed to be in here, and I just like immediately choked her out and stole her face. And then I just walked out of the bathroom and was just walking past all these guards and like went into the room that I was supposed to be in, and then just came out of it and like jumped up to a chandelier or something. So,
I wonder if that power is Arya Stark inspired.
Maybe. I
get the feeling that it is. Or just the faceless men in general from Game of Thrones.
Cool. The thing your hand does when you do it is really cool. There's like all these blocks, and then like you like rip their face off, and like you're holding like this mask as you walk around. It's pretty cool looking.
It's awesome. Where does it take place in the story? Because I noticed that
it's after everything.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it is because you have like letters from Emily Caldwin and stuff.
Is she still missing her arm?
Who?
The girl you play as, Billy.
Something happens.
Okay.
Yeah. Something happens to where you like miss it and stuff.
Cool.
So
I'm excited to get into that.
It's really cool. Like the first mission is very open. It's like, you know, that main thing that I talk about Deus Ex that like I don't really know how to explain, but it's so cool when you're like walking around with people and then you like go into areas that are hostile. That's like what the first area is about. There's cool. Neutral territories and then hostile ones. Like the first thing you have to like break into a tattoo shop. So you're like trying to, there's different ways obviously you can get into there and stuff, you know. Yeah. Very much, you know, if you play Dishonored, you know what you're getting into. The other powers are, there's one you can like turn into a drone, almost like you throw a drone up in the air, but you're not throwing a drone. You're just like hovering, and you can fly around and kind of like look around corners and stuff. But you can mark areas or something that your teleport ability can work. So you can like mark around a corner and then like teleport around the corner without having, you know, been able to see around it without that power. So that's cool. I think there's one more power, but I can't remember what it is. But there is a cool new gadget that it's like a mine. And typically I don't really like use mine. I mean, I'd use a stun mine occasionally, but there is a gadget where if somebody comes in contact with a mine, it sucks them towards it. So you can like put one on the side of the wall and they'll just like go flying across the room and like get stuck to it. And it's really, really funny. So I've been using that quite a bit. Like you could throw it up on the ceiling and they'll walk under it and just go like, and just like fly up to the ceiling. It's really, really cool. So far, I'm really digging it. The overall mission is like, it's called Death of the Outsider. So you're going to kill the outsider. It's like, how do you assassinate a god? So like all these missions are, you know, kind of leading up to that. Like you're having to get certain materials. So that's pretty cool. So it is kind of different that it seems like the first missions I've been on, I'm not assassinating anybody. I'm like working towards assassinating him. So that's a little bit different. There are also contracts too that are they're little like side missions in the in these open worlds and stuff. Like the first mission, there was like you have to cremate this dog, and then you have to like ruin this guy's distillery. He's like making beers and stuff, so you have to like go into his distillery and like burst all the bottles and then like steal the recipe. So there's just like little side quests like that upon completion of the mission you can get gold. And to buy stuff from like the black market and stuff. But that's pretty much all I have to say about it right now. Like I said, I'm like 4 hours in and I'm enjoying it a lot so far. I can't wait to get back into that. Hopefully I can finish the raid boss sooner so I can like completely dedicate my time to finishing this game. So,
nice.
Yeah. I played a little bit more in New Vegas. I talked about that a ton last week. I'm still having fun with that. But it's kind of being pushed to the back now that Dishonored's out. But I still do definitely want to finish that. So
excited to get into that one as well.
Yeah, it's great.
Eventually.
It's really
I'm
great.
really piled high with stuff I have to catch up on. The only reason I haven't jumped into Death of the Outsider yet is I'm nicking away at NBA Live 18, reviewing that one. And it's not a bad game. I'm just not that into it. But like I said, I think I may have mentioned way back in the day when I went to that preview event in San Francisco. It's just basically an RPG and a sports game. And that's what it has going for it, which I think is fun. So got to get through that and then immediately into Dishonored. Hopefully midway through this week, I'll be into it.
Nice.
So yeah. You playing anything else, Jacob, other than Destiny?
Nope. I just said that earlier. I was like, nothing but Destiny.
Yeah, maybe you should pay attention more.
Yeah, I can't when my brain's basically dead. I'm so tired.
I played Breath of the Wild. My power was out at my house for like 2 days and my internet was down. So I just took my Switch over to my parents' house and just played Breath of the Wild for a while. Nice. I got past the elephant dude and I'm heading towards Death Mountain. And this is all in master mode as well, which as of now I can't even tell a difference because I have so much stuff. I'm still killing things pretty fast, so
nice.
It kind of feels the same, but it's still really fun nonetheless. Whoa. Okay, so I'm sorry, I'm so tired.
Me too, dude.
So tired.
We're dead.
I hope this is even entertaining to listen to. But anything else you guys want to talk about this week?
Why don't you guys talk about your taco experience?
Taco time. It's fine. I tried to win an Xbox One X again, but I lost.
Speaking of that, I was actually very upset this past week. I forgot. I may have mentioned this a couple weeks ago, but
did someone next to you win the Xbox One X?
No, but speaking of the Xbox One X, I was supposed to go to, or I had an opportunity, I was offered to go to New York City for an Xbox One X event this past week. I think it was like Tuesday through Thursday or something. And originally I was supposed to have class this week because my classes started back for school this week, or they were supposed to. But Hurricane Irma coming through caused them to be canceled. Specifically because the Savannah campus had to evacuate. So for some reason, SCAD likes to keep all their campuses in sync, even like the one in Hong Kong and France. So everyone was canceled for a full week because of Hurricane Irma. So I don't think I could have gotten on a flight in Atlanta anyway because of the storm, but I had to. I originally said no. I'm like, I need to make the mature decision because I skipped so many classes last quarter that I could have failed if I wasn't careful. So like, especially since it's the first week back, I just need to go to class and say no to the New York trip. So I said no, and then of course my school gets canceled. I have the whole week open, and I could have gone, but I didn't get to go. And I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'm getting sent files for Forza 7. I think it's 7. Is that what number we're on now?
I don't know.
I think Cuphead might have been the other one, and there's a couple other ones in there, files to like edit videos for him. But I was so mad because Jake Baldino, he was there. Could have met him finally. He's been at all the events I've been to, but I've never had a chance to meet him. I never seen him.
He's at PAX.
He was. So I was bummed about that, dude. It was like in the heart of Times Square too. And I said no because I thought I was going to go to school.
Were they giving people that went there Xbox One X?
Yeah, they gave everyone 2. Give one to a family member or a friend as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
That'd have been cool.
So I really wish I could have done that, and I was really sad this week. Dang Irma, man, ruined everything. See, if I was in school and I still didn't get to go, I would have felt a little better. I'm like, well, at least I'm making the mature decision here. But my whole week was open. I couldn't go. So
that's unfortunate.
But you didn't win the box this week either.
I did not, which is fine. I don't care. I mean, that would have been a cool surprise, but it's whatever. Totally. I heard... I've been hearing good things about the 1X, though. I've been reading some articles, and people have been pretty high on it. That looks cool. So,
you got anything else, Jacob?
Nope, but it is unbelievably hot in here.
I'm not too hot today, surprisingly.
I'm like, my armpits are sticky.
Okay. See, it's warm to me, but it's not quite too hot. Not quite hot. I can't even speak anymore. I'm so tired. You want to bring us in, Preston?
Sure, man. This is the It's Obvious Gaming podcast. So my two best friends and I get together every single week to discuss video games, obviously. You can find all of our content, including the video version of this podcast, over at youtube.com/ItsObviousGaming. If YouTube isn't good for you, or you'd like to take us on the go, you can find this podcast weekly on iTunes, Google Play, AudioBeam, Spotify, and other podcasting services. I'm losing it, Garrett. Check the description down below for links to our social media pages, our Discord channel, PlayStation community, and other means to connect with us. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel and be sure to like and comment down below to get involved with the It's Obvious community. Doing so helps us out tremendously, and we would forever be in your debt. With all that out of the way, hey man, what's the news?
We had another Nintendo Direct this week. Saw some interesting things from it.
Did we?
First and foremost, I thought the rumored trophy system coming to the Switch could be cool. This is a direct quote from a Reddit AMA with an indie developer from Lichend, and they seemingly let...
Do we know what they make?
I have no idea. Okay. It's just an indie developer.
Just curious.
Yeah. Our indie developer Lichend is the name of the developer. They seemingly let slip that Nintendo is working on an achievement/trophy system. They recanted the remarks shortly afterward when prodded for more information. But the quote was, "Nintendo doesn't have an official support for achievement or leaderboards like Sony or Microsoft, but we know they're working on it." And they're like, but we don't know.
We shouldn't say anything. Yeah.
So. I don't know what to think about that, but
I want it.
I want it too.
I want it.
And of course, people are tossing around like, what should they name it? I think we talked about this a while ago. Like, didn't we say like medals or Mario coins or something?
Mushrooms.
This kind of made me want to stop playing Breath of the Wild because I kind of want to see if they implement something like that.
Yeah, take a long break, and if they eventually implement a trophy system, replay through it then.
You would hope that they would just, I don't know, make a list and then just give you trophies. I don't know if that's a thing that you can do.
I would like that, yeah. I don't think, because
like say you've gone to all four, divine beasts, like hopefully you just get
they just all pop for you.
Getting all the Korok seeds is going to be one.
Oh, of course.
And, I can't do it. I love Breath of the Wild.
Even if you got that little turd hat or whatever, what's the hat? That,
turd hat.
The little leaf hat.
The little Korok mask.
Yeah, that's right. That helps you find them.
That shakes. That's still not good.
I forgot you get the golden turd for finding all of them.
Yeah.
Man. What does the golden turd do?
Nothing.
It's got to do something. They've got a patch or something that it gives you, like master sword at 200 power with it never breaks or something, just like something crazy.
I still haven't finished part 3 of the Master Trials.
I am waiting.
Or Trial of the Sword.
I'm waiting until they announce the final DLC because I'm totally doing it before that, so I'm ready to go into that DLC with fully upgraded Master Sword.
The next DLC for that, the next DLC for Zelda. I forgot it was coming.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna announce the release date at this direct because I'm
surprised they didn't.
Within 2 months, it should be coming out. So that's a little odd that they didn't. But what were we I hope they implement that. I kind of wish that just do it progressing forward now. Just like Mario would be a great game to implement that in.
I agree.
So
maybe they'll debut with Mario. Of course, if they were, I feel like they would have announced it by now.
Or Xenoblade, that'd be cool.
But, talked about that one a bit as well. I think we got a new trailer.
They talked about that a lot.
Yeah.
That was, I'm super excited for that game, but that was a little bit too much Xenoblade 2. That went on forever.
I didn't even watch the direct. I just watched highlights from it.
Oh, dude, it was essentially a tutorial for the game. They did not need to do that. But I'm excited for Xenoblade. I really want a super long hardcore RPG on the Switch. So I'm pretty pumped about that. And I've heard nothing but good things about the previous Xenoblade games. I've never played one. So I'm excited to try one.
It looks like it's great to take on the go.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. I've never played a Xenoblade before. But I may dabble in that one. I still want to get to Mario Rabbids as well.
Yeah,
I don't know if I'll have time for
I wish somebody would just give me that game because I really don't want to buy it, but I really want to play it.
That probably would have been great to play during your power outage.
Well, yeah, I'm going out of town next week, so I don't know. That might be a good game to pick up. I'm gone for a couple of days, so I don't know. I'll think about it.
I know this is so random. We talked about it earlier. What are you doing in the church there?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I was just asked the other night.
They're we hate this system. We want it replaced.
I don't know.
Never know. I'd like you to go over to their X32 and give it a nice pet when you see it, because I dressed and wired the entire thing.
I'll inspect it for you.
Thank you.
See how
of course, they could have ravaged it by now, for all I know.
I'm sure that's typically what they do.
Yeah. So, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Nintendo Direct. So Doom is coming this holiday to.
So that's the whole Pete Hines game that is coming out. Everybody that's so funny that he made that comment and we knew a Nintendo Direct was coming up, but nobody put those pieces together because who would have thought Bethesda would be putting out something
when he said,
Switch?
I think it's his words when he said we have a new game coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, one could argue it's a new way to play the game.
But he also retracted and was like...
I probably used the wrong word.
Yeah. So he was dead on right. We just kind of assumed that he shouldn't have been saying anything.
Yeah.
But that's really cool.
It is. When I saw that announcement, I was like, whoa. Yeah. That's really cool.
That was a complete surprise. And that wowed me. But then right after, they were like, Wolfenstein 2 is coming.
Yeah,
I was like,
2018,
whoa,
right?
Yeah.
That one surprised me more so than Doom.
Yeah. I want to see... Doom, I can see it scaled down. It's linear levels. I can see that running on the Switch, but Wolfenstein 2 looks gorgeous, and it looks like the levels are so vast and stuff. How is that going to run on you imagine just playing that on a handheld almost? That's insane.
It is crazy.
So crazy. I just want to see how a first-person shooter controls with the two Joy-Cons.
That's what I'm worried about, because the Joy-Con sticks just don't feel good to me. And they don't feel bad, but they are a little... they don't feel smooth like a normal, like a PS4 controller, even the Pro controller. But
then again, our only experience with aiming and stuff is with in Zelda, and that's not the best. So maybe.
But then again, if you use aiming with a Pro controller in Zelda, it feels really good.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, people seem to like Splatoon 2 a lot. So.
Yeah, that's true. I haven't heard anybody.
I haven't tried
Splatoon
yet, so
I'm sure they'll figure it out.
The splat tests. I mean, it plays good.
Okay.
I didn't really have a problem using the Joy-Cons.
Yeah. It's been a while we've been on Switch. I know Mario Odyssey's coming with Mario themed Joy-Cons. I haven't seen them though. I just heard about them. Oh, they're just red.
I think they're a different red.
What shade of red?
Darker red.
Oh, they look cool though.
They're not like the highlighter red.
Okay, because I like a dark.
Yeah. They're not.
Is it like an It's Obvious Gaming red?
Yes.
I'm all about that. Sounds cool. I'm so excited for that.
$80.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So.
Fortnite has a battle royale mode coming to the game, and it's directly ripped off of PUBG.
We didn't talk about Mario.
What about? Oh yeah, Mario and his nips. Everyone's talking about
big nips.
Saw 2 new worlds, right?
We did.
Saw a lot of worlds.
Did we? I mean, I didn't watch
it. It looks like it showed every world.
I just saw images of 2 new worlds.
It was a lot of Mario. A pretty decent.
Makes sense. It's coming pretty soon.
Yeah, I'm excited for that game. That game looks freaking magical, dude. The soundtrack,
it's beautiful.
Yes. Just that one where they talked about the vocals, the first time soundtrack with vocals. Even that song was great. So I'm excited for that. It was super happy. Like
it was. It's just a very joyful game.
Yeah, I'm very excited for that. So that's all I guess we have to say then.
Yeah, what was the everyone freaking out about Mario shirtless, by the way? I just saw all, like, the jokes about it. Was it just a big joke?
No, there was just a part where on the beach he was running around topless.
Yeah.
Or no. It didn't show him running around. There's a photo mode.
Right.
And somebody just took a photo of him topless.
Okay.
So they're just like confirmed Mario has nipples.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
I never thought about it. So I guess it was a revelation to everyone. No one had ever thought about it.
I guess nobody ever thought about Mario without clothes.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm sure somebody
I've
has.
never thought that.
Yeah, me either. I don't have a folder of
I don't think anyone has sexual fantasies of Mario.
Now, Luigi, on the other hand, I think about him often in the nude.
I'm sure there's some Mario Rule 34 stuff where he's topless.
Probably.
Yeah,
probably not the first time for many people.
Yeah.
So.
And I definitely don't have a folder of all of that.
Or maybe all the people, freaking out about were pretending like they were surprised.
I don't.
Oh, I've never seen Mario like that.
Yeah.
What is happening? What is this? That was my reaction.
Okay.
But I mentioned Fortnite has Battle Royale mode coming to the game. It's ripped off of PUBG, clearly, and I think they even recognize that. They're inspired by PUBG and H1Z1. What was cool about it is that I've played a decent bit of Fortnite, and considering all the building mechanics and stuff, I like to think of it as PUBG with, like, construction mechanics, which I think that sounds kind of cool. Like, we're going to build our own custom fort instead of going into this random house.
Well, the problem with that is I watched some early previews of it, is that there's not enough time for you to really build anything because the
what's the point? Because you have to move anyway.
Yeah, I mean, some people were like building kind of barricades to block off like a staircase or something, just really small things, but you can't really build a fortress or something. There's not enough time.
Aren't there things like traps in Fortnite and stuff?
Yeah.
See, that's something different. It's not in PUBG.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense in the game. I mean, they might have to update it and tweak it to like really make it work with what they have, but I think it's kind of interesting to see in that game.
Yeah.
So, I know
it is pretty funny though looking at it for the first time because it is such a blatant rip off.
Yeah,
like it's like they're not even hiding it.
You even glide in and everything. Yeah. It's not a parachute, it's a glider, but
which is fine. I guess for people on PS4, this is like the first thing they can really like play that is like PUBG. So I'd be more so excited if I didn't actually have PUBG.
Right.
Which even having PUBG, I never play it.
I really want to play it again. I mean, of course, I have way too much to do in Destiny, but I still want to play that a lot. I think it's great. So
I enjoy PUBG immensely. I just have other stuff I kind of want to play instead. So,
you have any intention of ever trying Fortnite, Jacob?
Yeah.
When it goes free to play,
PUBG.
Yes. Cool. Or not even that. I want to just play the regular Fortnite. I've heard that's really fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
It's supposed to go free to play next year. It's just now when you buy just like the early access pack. So Bruce
Straley's leaving Naughty Dog after his long sabbatical. I guess that's what he was thinking about the entire time.
That's all he thought about.
Yeah. That's sad.
Yeah, I heard he in his letter said something about burning the studio to the ground, and he hates everyone there and everything. So pretty rough end to his career at Naughty Dog, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't think that happened.
No, it's not what happened at all. It was very nice. He had a very kindly written letter about his legacy there that he's leaving behind.
I believe he was the guy that would play the demos on stage.
Was he? I know he had played a hand in writing and co-directing the original Last of Us with Neil. So
Uncharted 2 he was big in that as well. So very sad to see a guy that definitely did a lot of good work on some of the best games ever leaving. And I know he's going on to other projects too. Like, I don't know, whatever he goes to next, I definitely want to take part in playing whatever he does.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you guys see that Neil was tweeting he was playing through The Last of Us recently? This past week.
I did.
It's pretty cool. Was it his first time playing through his own game? I don't think
he's ever played through the game himself.
That's insane.
That's crazy to think about.
That's what his tweets made it sound like.
Yeah.
Or he just hadn't done it in forever. Apparently, it's getting another Pro update with like more graphical options. They just keep updating that game.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to play through that again at least a few months out from the sequel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So
absolutely
take advantage of the Pro.
For sure.
I got to wonder, with all this PUBG hype, like if they'd even attempt some sort of mode like that in the multiplayer of The Last of Us, not maybe to that scale and like the same, like, oh, there's a wall closing in, but maybe like a more open game mode. I like the traditional Last of Us game modes we got in the original multiplayer, because I still think that multiplayer is really innovative and really interesting.
That's great.
So I'd like to see them add like maybe a more large scale mode to the game, taking advantage of like, this is the apocalypse, like getting together with your buddies and like hunker down and survive or something.
I'd at least like a little hub area where you can like run around your camp and see people and like just do stuff. I don't know what you'd even do, but I think just a little hub area.
We can rip off headquarters from Call of Duty World War II.
Just essentially something like that. Yeah. So just a social space like everybody else is doing.
Preston, it's very uncharacteristic of you not to have touched your water yet.
I know.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. You've been sipping on that Baja at all?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
I guess that's why.
Yeah. I'm too tired to drink water.
That's when you know you're tired. Yeah. You can't even drink your water.
Ghost Recon Wildlands is getting the Ghost War mode. I think it's in beta right now. Is that what it is?
Tell me more about this, because I don't know anything about this.
You shoot each other.
Yeah, you just kill each other. I think it's just 4-on-4 on like really large scale maps.
Is there PvP in the game before this?
No.
Like there's it's just
It
cooperative.
was all PvE.
Well, this is cool then.
Yeah, obviously it's a very you can play
which
it tactically.
Which is so just was weird in the first place, is a Ghost Recon game without PvP. It's like was the entire point.
I think the mode looks super cool. I think I've only seen a brief demo and maybe a trailer or something, but I love the idea of that, of at least the three of us going out into like a large scale map against 3 or 4 other people and like sneaking around and like calling, because it's one thing to do it in the game in like the open world against the NPCs and stuff. But I know we kind of harped on that when it first came out, but I've seen so much of that game since its launch, and I know it has its issues, but for some reason I want to play that game really bad. I don't know
what happened with us. We played, like, I played by myself, like, before we had played cooperatively, and it was fun. Like, I had fun with it, and then did all 3 of us play together?
No.
Or it was just me and you? We played together for fun, and then we were like, oh, let's do a video. And
this was the beta, correct?
Yeah. And that was just...
It was disastrous.
I didn't have fun at all. It was so... I hated it for some reason. I don't know. I think we were just impatient, or I don't know. Something was off that night.
I don't know what was going on.
It was really bad. And
you know, that game's selling incredibly well.
Oh, yes. I've heard it's a great podcast game, which sometimes I want a game like that.
And I just loved how deep the customization was, and it was all mostly aesthetic too, where you could just completely deck your guy out however you wanted to, which I thought was cool.
I don't know if y'all remember, but like about a month or 2 ago, I was like, I want a podcast game so bad, a game I can just turn my brain off. That game's, I didn't even think about that game.
Been your game.
That probably would have been a good game for me. Yeah.
I'm definitely going to jump into that undoubtedly. Not in the near future, but I'm going to get into that game at some point. Undoubtedly, yes.
At some point in your life.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like you have a lot of those games
at this point. We're going to play eventually. Either late this year or early next year.
You can get it cheap on PC. I've seen it.
Can you?
I'd rather you play Persona 5 first.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's something. That
every time I turn on
your list.
I do need.
Every time I turn on my PlayStation, I hear the soundtrack for like the night theme. It just gives me good feelings.
That's the thing about that game. That game takes a lot of commitment.
Probably like every week I think about that game and how much I enjoyed playing
that game. Is so good. That game just gives me good feelings. Like when I think back on that game, I don't know. There's just a lot of good with that game.
I agree from what I've played.
Yeah. So you know that feeling you get with like Breath of the Wild, where it's just like you just have a good feeling about it? I get that about
we're going to get that with Odyssey, I believe.
Yeah. I hope so, at least. I have such a like connection with Zelda that...
The Odyssey is Mario's ship, right?
Yeah.
And you travel to these different worlds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of Zelda, my dog Zelda is just so cute.
Thanks.
I've never met her.
She's the cutest thing
I'd
ever.
like to meet her.
She's so just obsessed with me, and it's so cute.
Tell us the story behind Zelda and her name again so people know. I thought it was a really interesting story.
Oh, we were getting this dog that my wife's coworker couldn't care for anymore because her son's like deathly sick of it. And on our way to get it, we were coming up with names. And I wanted to name it like Mikasa or something. And I thought that she just kind of looked like it. And then we got there, and her name was already Zelda. And I was like, okay, why can't I?
It's meant to be.
Yeah, it's meant to be Zelda. Because she didn't. The reason I even came up with Mikasa is me and my wife like to watch Attack on Titan together, and she likes that name too. So she didn't really like Zelda that much because that was like initially what I wanted to name her, but she was kind of just like down on it. But the second her name was already Zelda, we were like, okay, it has to be Zelda.
So when you went to go get this dog, did you have a long discussion about Zelda with the owner of the previous owner?
No,
of the dog?
I didn't. It was her husband.
You guys didn't like have some discourse over whether like what's your favorite Zelda?
No, it was her husband that named it.
Where was the husband?
Where was he?
He's in the military, so I think he's like overseas. So came and took his dog.
I think my husband named her Princess Zoraldo.
Zoraldo?
Oh, that sounds about right.
Yeah, that's it.
I think she's in those Mario games. That's the thing about Mikasa, the name. When I read that name, it looks and sounds cool, but when you just say it without seeing the letters, it just sounds like you're saying my house in Spanish.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I never thought about that.
Yeah, so when I see it like in the anime, I'm like, oh yeah, it looks cool when you read it and hear it. But when you just say Mikasa, it's like your home. Yes, your house.
What do you mean?
I don't even know if that would have been a good dog name. Like telling it to come here, like a 3-syllable name is too long.
It's a bit of an effort there to call your dog.
Just Zelda is really fast. I don't even call her.
It rolls off the tongue nicely.
I don't even call her Zelda though. I can't remember the last time I called her Zelda. We've called her like Worm for like once. When we first got her as a puppy, you could not hold her. She was just like squirming everywhere, so we just called her the Worm. Nice. So that's kind of stuck with her.
You know what other word is kind of it takes a lot of effort to say, very taxing on the tongue, is destiny.
Destiny
takes a lot of effort to say that word clearly. Destiny and to pronounce it right, destiny.
All right.
You have a struggle saying destiny?
No.
It just doesn't roll off the tongue nicely to me.
I mean,
it doesn't feel good. Not like Zelda,
the
that
easiest
feels
word
good.
to say.
Destiny. Don't like it.
All right.
Great title for a game, but, you know.
Your true feelings are coming out about Destiny 2.
Speaking of Destiny, it was all a ploy to segue into this next section. The Curse of Osiris DLC, the first expansion for Destiny 2, is all but confirmed by, I think, one of the developers. He said, yes, that rumor's true.
Mm-hmm. I thought there's like a little pamphlet that already said that was coming.
Is there?
Well, there was a season pass image. Mm-hmm. We didn't know what it was called until it was confirmed.
So here are the details that are confirmed from said pamphlet or image ever since this guy confirmed it. We are indeed going to be exploring Mercury with its mysterious infinite forest location. New story missions and adventures will be available. New themed weapons, armor, and gear to earn. New cooperative activities. New competitive multiplayer arenas, and more. And according to the original Kotaku report about the DLC, it will include a new social space based on the lighthouse from the first Destiny.
Jacob,
how do you guys feel about all that?
That's fine and all.
Mercury's the closest planet to the sun, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it should be like a lava, shouldn't it? Not like an infinite forest, unless it's like a magical forest on this lava planet.
I mean, I'm sure it's not going to be like...
The Vex have some pretty insane technology.
I'd like to see a Mustafar type planet in Destiny, and it makes sense for it to be Mercury.
Jacob, is there going to be a raid in this DLC?
I don't know. I get the feeling that there won't be.
I get the feeling there won't be. They're going to save it for the second expansion.
It kind of sound like cooperative activities. It's going to be like a...
I get the feeling it's going to be some kind of horde mode or something. Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I didn't like it in
I've never been a fan of horde mode in any game.
I didn't mind it too bad. The House of Wolves or whatever. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Prison of Elders.
Prison of Elders. Yeah. You got some pretty cool.
Just very repetitive. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you could argue everything in Destiny is very repetitive, but I don't know.
That's another boss that I never beat.
What was his name?
Like the hard one. Yeah, the hard boss.
I did that
many hour.
I did that like the week before the Taken King expansion came out, just because I wanted the milestone or whatever.
It was me and my uncle and like, was it you that tried to do it?
I'm not sure.
It was maybe. I think it was you. I can't see us doing it with a random person.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was somebody we knew. We just could not do it.
And the gear,
good times.
The gear didn't look cool either.
Yeah,
that activity.
That exotic like pulse or fusion rifles looks so dumb to me.
The one in D2.
Yeah. Or no. The one from the. It looked like the fallen weapon. Whatever. Sorry, we're just rambling.
Talking about the sniper
today. No, I don't know.
Sniper?
We're going to talk.
I don't care anymore.
Weapons in Destiny soon in our community questions. I like the lore behind that.
Yeah, Osiris is cool. He was the teacher of Ikora and stuff.
That's his finest student.
The main thing I'm just excited about for that DLC is just learning more about Osiris. He's been one of the...
He also set up the Trials of Osiris in Destiny 1, correct?
I don't think he set it up, but his followers set it up to, you know, I guess for people to prove their loyalty to Osiris.
So Osiris is like the ultimate warlock then, right?
I guess, yeah.
So speaking of warlocks...
I hope the gear looks like the gear from Trials of Osiris, because that was the coolest looking gear. All like the Egyptian themed stuff.
Have you seen that badass exotic pulse rifle that looks?
Yes. Yeah. I haven't got it yet.
You know what's funny about that? I got that
rifle? Trophy.
Nice.
The 15 exotics.
I would have it if I didn't kept getting duplicates. Oh. I've gotten so many fucking duplicates.
I got it from Zur. I bought everything from Zur. All for. I didn't have anything he had, so
I have the arms, the Titan arms that he has.
The rifle, I think, looks cool when you see someone else holding it. When you look down the barrel of that gun, I think it looks really chubby.
All right, well, you're an asshole.
I am an asshole today, definitely.
Which gun are you talking about?
The Egyptian-looking one.
Okay.
So,
I mean, it shoots 5-round bursts.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I hear it's a favorite in the Crucible.
I'm a big fan of just one of the auto rifles, the the
Skaithlock.
Origin Story, and
you should try the Skaithlock from the beta. It's that greenish looking rusted auto
I have
rifle.
that gun.
It's good.
Okay. I do just fine, but thanks.
I'm just saying, if you like auto rifles, it's good.
I started a Warlock briefly to capture the beginning portion of the game that I'd forgotten to do for the review I'm working on, but the Warlock traversal ability is so complicated to get used to. It feels so strange, and I struggle to just get up on the tiniest
That's all I've ever played with, so it's like second nature.
How do you do you have to sweep yourself up into the air? Like, how do you just go up?
You just do it. I don't know.
It's like just double tap X to go high, and I double tap X. I'm like,
no. See, with a hunter to double jump, you like jump once and then you kind of get halfway there, then do it again. Yeah. Whereas with a warlock, you just double tap. You
That's
jump.
The thing I do, and
then you should start parading up.
But it's so slow. I'm just kind of like, do I have to get like a running start or something?
Yeah. You have to go towards it.
I feel like Titan's like the happy medium between the hunter jump and the warlock.
I don't know. It's just
I'm sorry. That's the only reason I play hunter, dude, is because that double jump just makes so much more sense than the stupid Titan and warlock.
The Titan is fantastic.
I don't like it. I mean, I know you can get that like momentum.
You can upgrade your momentum with the jump.
Yeah,
it's just like I'm so used to it that it's just I just do it. Yeah. My favorite thing with the Warlock right now is there's an ability where if you're in the air and you hold circle, you automatically shoot down to the ground and like throw your arms up in the air and you gain some of your health. So there's an ability where you can like shoot while hovering in the air. And then if you're getting hit, you just like fly back to the ground and then regain some of your health. So it kind of helps you're a little floaty, so you can do stuff like that.
Well, I can do this sick dodge move, dude, where I reload
and you reload your weapon. Yeah, it's really
so sick.
Yeah,
it's awesome. So I'm sorry you guys aren't very helpful to your fire team. Yeah, but I am.
The hunters are actually pretty good during the Callus boss fight with their. See, there's a debate going on. People are tethering the boss. We can't figure out if it's doing more damage or not to the boss.
Yeah, so, I've never had a hunter in my group for the raid, so I don't know.
So we had my group that we almost beat him like 3 times with. We would at 3 of the 4 damage phases, we would have 3 of our hunters doing a what's the thing what I just tether? They would tether him 3 different times, and I don't think it did anything else. We were doing the same damage. So, but tether is good for ads, though. Very good for ads.
Indeed.
Anyways, proceed. Sorry.
That's fine. It brings us to community questions. Thank you to each and every one of you who continue to send us questions every week. We have so many good ones. It blows my mind every week when I go through collecting all of them at the end of the week, just how many great ones we have. Very excited for the next episode of Ask IOG as well. You guys want to knock that out this week? Maybe. I think I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to download all of our current episodes and put them onto our Audio Boom playlist so they can. I haven't emailed Audio Boom, but putting it on iTunes.
I'm going to be out of town. So
you're gone.
I know.
Maybe we'll hold off an additional week.
Okay.
But we do have some really awesome ones for the next Ask IOG, in addition to all the older ones as well.
Okay.
But if you guys want to send us questions for this show or Ask IOG, you can send them to us in one of three places. You can email us at ItsObviousGaming@gmail.com. You can tweet at us at @obvious_gaming, or submit them in the Ask IOG section of our Discord channel. Now,
those are incredible places to leave questions.
They are. You can also do it on Facebook. I mean, I check there, but sometimes Facebook fails to notify us when we receive messages. I've made a habit to manually check it at least a couple times a week, but sometimes it just won't notify us that someone's messaged us. So we suggest email, Twitter, or Discord. But other than Discord, if you're either emailing or tweeting us, Facebook, wherever it is, always include the hashtag AskIOG so we know you want your question read on the show. But if you want to just talk, you can feel free to message us as well. We'd love to hear from you. The first one comes from a few Destiny-related ones.
Okay.
Dexter Clark. He says, what characters did you all choose for Destiny 2, and explain your reasons for choosing? And if you play multiple characters, which is your favorite?
I was Warlock. When D1 came out, I was Warlock. I've just always been Warlock.
I think we all tried to determine when Destiny 1 came out, like, because we played the alpha and beta, we're like, what class do you really want to go with? I think we all had made our decisions in the alpha, and we stuck with them ever since.
I originally wanted to do Hunter, but because you were doing Hunter, I chose Titan.
Yeah, the Titans are badass though. They're very.
I really like the Titan.
It's like when I look at all of us, I see Garrett as a Hunter and you as a Titan.
Yeah. I've always thought of you as a Titan. You have the build for a Titan too in real life.
Especially in D2, I think the Titan armor looks really cool. They did a good job of making you feel like a tank. Like your armor is
Titans do
huge.
look awesome.
I love the Titan armor with the fur coming out.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get that piece yet. I'm kind of bummed about it.
My Hunter's slowly coming together as far as looking cool. I still think Warlocks. I've always thought Warlocks and Titans look cooler than Hunters. I mean, the Hunters have the cape and the hood that looks cool, but they
have the best class item for sure.
Yeah. Other than that, I think the armor for other characters looks cooler. But
I've always liked just the robes and stuff, which is why I like Titan. I mean, Warlock.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a Warlock on PC. I think because I've always wanted to play a Warlock.
The hell, what am I gonna be?
You might as well switch it up as well.
I'm definitely gonna switch it up for sure.
I'm gonna get all three on PC. So
I started an Awoken Warlock on PS4.
Okay.
And I almost played a male human. I was like, that's kind of boring. And I tried a male Awoken. I'm like, this isn't for me. I was like, it looks too much like Zavala, no matter how much I try to make him look different.
See, I have an Awoken Warlock, and he looks really cool.
Cool. And so I made a female. I'm going to play a female Awoken Warlock on PC.
Okay.
That's going to be my character.
Cool.
I play as a Hunter. I think we've been discussing this the entire podcast. Yeah. I've always loved the Hunter purely because of the double jump. That's the only reason I was attracted to it in the beginning. I was like, I like that idea. I've always loved a double jump in any shooter, so I'm like, that's for me.
Do you like the triple jump?
I do not. I hate it.
Really?
Because you don't.
I thought you said you liked the triple jump.
Because the double jump, not only do you get more air, the triple jump's a lie, dude. I mean, it's like it's the same amount of height. It just makes you feel like you're doing more. It's good for like platforming sections. You have a little more control as far as you're jumping around. Like and there's a platforming section in one of the, I don't know what you call those blue missions after you beat the campaign on Nessus, where I had to like jump between a bunch of rocks. Yeah. And with double jump, it's a little harder because it's very easy to overshoot yourself. So I think in those scenarios, a triple jump's good, but just generically playing or normally playing, I like to have a double jump where I can change my trajectory once I'm in the air or have more control over it.
Yeah. I never take off the more directional control on my jump.
Mm-hmm. See, where you have to traverse, I can just,
he just
fly over everything.
Yeah. I'm also still completely sold on Golden Gun over Arcstrider.
That's still your favorite subclass.
Yeah, I think Arcstrider's, don't get me wrong, I know I've been harping on Arcstrider, but I think it's super fun to use.
I think it's the
awesome.
Coolest looking.
It looks very cool and it's fun to use. But I like Golden Gun, especially in PvP now, because there's only 4 players in each team, so you can at least take out 3 of them every time. Versus Arcstrider, I mean, yes, you could kill all of them because it lasts longer, but I've seen more often than not guys get killed using Arcstrider. I kill Arcstriders easily. If you just have a little bit of distance between you and the guy, you can kill them pretty quickly, especially if a teammate's with you. Versus Golden Gun, you're at a distance, you can pick them off. So Golden Gun has been very helpful in PvP for me so far.
I thought I was going to go in liking Sentinel the most, but I really like Fist of Havoc or the Striker Titan. It's just so much better than it was in D1. Like the fact that they changed it from just a single slam to a continuous
you like run around and stuff.
Yeah. Just running around when you're using your Fist of Havoc, like you sound like a fucking tank. You're like stomping around on the map.
Yeah,
it sounds really cool. And I also love like shoulder charging in that super too.
I get killed frequently by shoulder charges from Titans. That's probably the way, ironically enough, that's the way I die most in PvP for some reason. It's weird.
But the shoulder charge, if you're not using your super, it's not a one-hit kill. So you'll have to do damage.
I take a big hit from Titans just sprinting and hitting me with something before they kill me. It takes down like 3/4 of my health, and they pick me off real quickly after that. So
I actually like every subclass for the Warlock. Each has their own perks that I actually like the Dawn Blade. I was just telling you, I like that ability to like go to the ground, and I just like the super with the arc. What's it called? The arc.
It's
the Force Lightning. I like the little, when you put out a rift, you can have
Stormcaller.
that little Stormcaller. You have that little turret that'll help you out. I like that a lot. And then with the Voidwalker, you're essentially you can tank like big time, because there's a melee ability that if you use your melee, you gain all your health back. So that's really cool to know that if your health's getting down low, you can just smack a random ad and you're good. So all three of them have they're good to use in different circumstances. So
I look forward to playing Warlock in PC. You gonna try anything new on PC, Jacob? You gonna go with Hunter?
Either Titan or Warlock will be my first one, but I'm gonna play them all. So
I think I'll start off with the Titan.
Man, after playing through the whole game and knowing you can experience that on PC, I'm so excited about it, especially just running around the new tower and everything.
I cannot wait to have like that field of view that you can increase on the PC, and just being able to, just even like when I was playing the beta, just watching my ship like fly into a planet, I was like mesmerized of how good it looked. So just being able to experience that again is going to be awesome.
I just wish we didn't have to start 100% over.
I know, that kind of
especially
sucks.
After getting all the cool bright Ingram stuff that like my ramen emote that I like so much.
Yeah, it's gonna suck.
Like have it
because I'm probably gonna platinum it on PS4, so I'm gonna have to level up all the classes again. It's gonna be 6 characters leveling up.
My second time through, I might do the same character twice just so I can power level, like go back and forth. That's definitely, since I don't, the only reason I have to have all 3 classes in PS4 is to get the trophy, but on PC.
And you don't have to like level them up all the way, it's just the subclasses, right?
Yeah. So, like, I didn't even beat the story mode with my Hunter.
So you're done with the Hunter now?
Yeah. I just grinded public events until you're level 14, and that's when you get the...
it just drops, yeah.
Yeah, but for some reason, for me to get the Voidwalker, it took forever. Whereas when I was playing through with my Warlock, it took me like 2 public events, and my Relic was charged to go get the subclass. But for some reason, Voidwalker took like hours to get fully charged.
Is it called Voidwalker? It's Night Stalker.
Night Stalker, yeah. My bad.
No, you're good.
All right.
But yeah, those are the classes we're playing.
Nice.
Every time we talk about Destiny, we go on a tangent.
Yeah, it's fun to talk about. It's a fun game. I'm going to visit Zur before I go to work here in a little bit.
Yeah, I need to go see him.
I don't have enough to buy anything, but I just want to go see him anyway. It's been a while. Touch his tentacles a bit.
Yeah. Jack
Waite says, "Hey guys, listening on Castbox. You guys know what Castbox is?"
No, we're on Castbox.
Apparently, I don't know what that is. That's either a podcast
where
service,
are you putting us?
or maybe he's listening on listening to our podcast through Xbox, a service on Xbox, perhaps.
Well, don't do that. We don't support that.
Not one bit. And he says, "I was just wondering, what's your favorite Destiny 2 exotic you have, and which one do you want?"
I am really obsessed with the Mida multi-tool right now. It is such a good gun, especially in the Crucible, man. Like, there's a ton of long sight lines in the Crucible, and you can just destroy people. And for whatever reason, whenever you shoot people, like it gives the other player that you're shooting so much recoil that they can't even hit you, so you just pick people off.
It's great.
It's really fun. And then pairing that with the Mida mini tool that you get for doing that quest, you fly around. You're really, really quick.
That's wonderful. I look forward to acquiring it myself. I don't think I have any exotic weapons other than Sunshot right now.
Yeah, I haven't gotten a lot of cool exotics because I just keep getting exotic helmets. That's all I get.
I get a lot of I have one exotic helmet. I have a chest and legs right now.
I've gotten this stupid antler helmet like 5 times. Yeah. I'm so sick of it.
Yeah. That sucks. You're getting so many duplicates. It's like Overwatch all over again.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jacob. Maybe on PC you'll fare better.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the mini multi-tool as well. It's a great scout rifle. I also really like the Borealis. I'm loving that thing.
Yeah. What gun is that?
It's the exotic sniper rifle that I think is the PS4 exclusive. It is. And you can change the...
is it the one that's like the purple tube on it?
You could change
it. Oh, just by holding square, you can change the between arc.
Oh, no way.
Basically, if you hold square, it like takes the magazine and it puts...
Am I thinking of the right sniper that has like the tube that has different colors then?
Yeah.
That's very cool.
It's really cool.
Is that a brand new exotic?
Yeah.
I don't remember that in Destiny 1. Okay. Yep. Yeah, that's cool.
It's brand new. It kind of sounds like the Icebreaker 2. It just makes this like sound when you shoot. Nice. It's really, really cool. And Sunshot, of course. I love the Sunshot. I'm still using the Sunshot.
I love it in PvE. It hasn't treated me too well in PvP yet.
Oh, yeah. PvE, it's good. I just suck ass with hand cannons and PvP.
I've tried to get.
They're hard to use on console.
Yeah,
on PC.
Oh yeah, when I was playing on PC, the Sunshot was incredible.
Yeah, I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just your hand has more control over the recoil or something.
Yeah. I've heard the Sunshot's just not the greatest Crucible weapon in general. Yeah. So there's better hand cannons.
There's a Crucible hand cannon that's like the Firefly that people are freaking out over.
Okay.
So
is it called Better Devils?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I hear that's the only hand cannon that people use in Crucible.
I will say, especially in strikes and certain PvE scenarios, the I can't remember what it's called, the Hunter chest piece that has like it's lit up on the sides. It boosts your arc abilities and it lets you use your arc staff for like 5 minutes. It feels like you can take out so many dudes.
Isn't Zer selling that?
He is currently. Yeah,
I bought it for my dude.
So it's very effective when you're using Arc Strider.
Yeah, my Warlock helmet is okay. It's the one that you can pick, but I've just been leveling it up with me. I think it just increases the cooldown rate of just everything. So it just seems like a good one to just have for everything.
I like those Hunter legs with these spurs on them as well. Yes. I know they boost your hand cannon accuracy and stuff, at least the first shot and everything.
The one with the arrows coming out of the side too for the void ability, that's really cool looking too. The Warlock has some pants as well that allows you to reload automatically when you walk out of a rift. And
that's cool.
Yeah,
so I mean, it's a cool in and out of it.
Yeah. So but
it's like without the animation though, just reloads your gun.
It's kind of like the Titan shield where you just reload automatically.
Yeah.
So those pants help a ton when you're fighting the skulls with Callus. You're stepping in and out. So those are good. But,
see, I want to use that shield, but in the raid, even just in general, the shields aren't that great in the raid. Except for the last fight.
Are you gonna beat it before Tuesday?
I'm gonna try it tonight.
Let me know.
Okay.
I want to help you. Okay.
Guys, I have 240 power level. Can I help?
Yeah, come on in.
I kind of know what I'm doing.
We'll let you know how it goes.
You probably would do better at 240 than some of the guys I've played with.
Honestly speaking, though, I can't wait till the three of us actually play the game together because I've yet to play with you guys. I mean, I know I'm far behind. It's like there's only so much I can do with you currently. But when I catch up, I look forward to rejoining you.
We got to do the Nightfall together this coming week.
Yeah, I think I'm able to do the Nightfall now.
Nightfall ain't too bad.
Minimum is 240. So
yeah, I would love to do that with you guys.
Cool.
That's so good. I can't wait to do it again with you guys. It's been so long since we've done that in Destiny. It's going to be great.
It's challenging.
Now, what are some exotics you want before we move on? You talked about some of the ones we have, some of the ones we like.
I want the shotgun you get for beating the raid, but I think I just want to beat the raid more than...
Is that an exotic?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It looks okay.
It can only drop in the raid?
Well, no, you have to get a quest that you have to do...
By beating the raid?
Yeah, that's the final.
Well, it starts just by killing Cabal.
Okay.
It's called the World Eater.
Yeah.
I've heard of this.
It sits in your heavy slot. It's annoying. Takes up an inventory space.
Yeah, you can't vault it or anything.
That's just annoying. There. It's like finish this quest.
That's how all the exotic quests are. They take up an inventory slot.
You know what? I also want them to adjust. I don't know why this isn't a thing. I have so many weapons in my vault that I was like, I'm going to keep some of these for PvP. Later on, I might want to use them. But now I want to get rid of a lot of them. But in order to get rid of them, I have to take them back out and then dismantle them. I can't just dismantle them straight from my vault. I wish they would update that because I have to fill up my inventory, go in, dismantle all of them, fill up my inventory again, dismantle. It's just
not that big of a deal.
It's annoying when I could just do it inside of my vault. I wouldn't have to spend that extra few seconds going in and out of it just to delete stuff.
I understand.
So that's why I took off 13 points from Destiny 2 is because of that one problem.
Screw me once.
Yeah, I want the sniper you have. That shotgun sounds cool. Frankly, I'd like all the exotics.
Yeah,
that's the easy way out.
I really want a hard light. I think it looks awesome.
Oh yeah,
and plus that ornament that makes it chrome.
What's hard light again?
I have both of those things.
Yeah, he has the it's that. Remember that auto rifle that the bullets ricochet off stuff? It's like a laser gun.
It was in Destiny.
Yeah.
1.
It sounds
if
so
you saw
familiar.
it,
It's like
the look I would recognize. Its names. I'm terrible.
it's way better in Destiny 2. The recoil is way more manageable than it was.
And you can change the element type in this version. So.
It's not as easy as holding on square. You actually have to go into the menu, but you can change the element.
Cool.
So
Sam Harris says, "Hey brosivs, I discovered that Destiny 2 has a colorblind feature in the visual settings. This is so awesome that a AAA developer is including a functionality that allows those with an optical condition to play the game. Do you think more AAA developers will incorporate these kinds of settings in the future that will allow all gamers to play games despite a disability?"
I surely hope so.
I feel like some games might have this option. I just don't
Yeah.
notice it because I don't dig around in the visual
I know
settings.
Call of Duty for sure has it. I know a lot of the multiplayer games they have it.
This isn't a new thing for Destiny. I mean,
it was in the first game too.
Yeah, towards the end of its life, they put it in Destiny 1.
But if it's not in games, I definitely think it should be in games for sure.
I always thought, have you ever turned it on to see what it looks like?
I've seen people that stream have it on, like the logos above the players' heads are like a really big neon color or something. It just looks odd, so I'm assuming that's what they have turned on.
Could be, yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean,
I'm sure it's in more games than we think, but I agree. I think it would be nice to have that for sure.
Anything that allows more people to play is a good thing in my eyes.
I agree. Carson Lutz says, "Hey guys, I live in the mountains of North Idaho, and while it's beautiful here and I love it, my internet is god-awful. I'm talking 2 megabytes a second download speed."
Yeah, that's like what I had.
Yeah.
I fixed that problem, by the way. I bought one of those things that I put into the socket in the wall, and I just plug an Ethernet cord into it. It works,
Much quicker.
Works incredible.
Oh, I bet, especially with your fiber.
Hang on,
Problem's fixed.
What'd you do?
You know those like things you can plug into your wall, and you just put the Ethernets in the bottom of it?
Like a power outlet?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I bought one of those, and my download speed is fixed.
I have one. I could have just given it to you.
Yeah, well, I bought one.
How much was it?
I think it was like 50, 60.
Yeah.
Man, you
50,
effed up
bucks.
so hard.
It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah,
it's a good investment.
You have to put one. You have to put another one at the actual. Yeah. It actually sends a signal through your high voltage, so that's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
We used to install a couple of those when I did home theaters. We used to use those occasionally.
It's very easy to set up.
Technology is a miraculous thing.
It is.
It pisses me off often, but it's miraculous nonetheless.
My problems are fixed though, which is great.
I'm glad to hear it.
I've had one of those in like my trunk for like months.
That's so
I just don't use it anymore. Yeah.
Carson continues and says, "But I have somehow managed to put in over 700 hours into Destiny. My bad internet has led to some very frustrating moments, but also hilarious. So my question is, what are your funniest lag-related gaming moments? For me, it was appearing completely invisible to everyone else in a Crucible match, allowing me to, for some reason, only damage people with my grenade. It was by far one of my favorite Destiny memories."
I've never really had bad lag.
Yeah.
I've never had bad.
I know
I've
you
lagged.
had some one experience that I can remember.
Which
I don't know
one?
if it was like connection based.
Oh, it was in the Division. That was like a glitch internally, though. It wasn't really due to my internet, where I was same thing. I was invisible and killed everyone, and they were just panicking the entire time.
I think we have a video of that.
I do,
also.
yeah. I remembered when I discovered that glitch. It's like, I've got to be the only guy this has happened to. It happened to like a million other people. I was like, I thought I was being the first one to put a video out of that huge glitch. I was not, but that was really funny. I remember that. Everyone was freaking out, stealing all their loot. I think I was in the beta. I don't think it was in the full game.
Yeah, that's great.
I think it was that moment. I got so much out of that.
Wasn't it when we were making a video?
It was, yeah. I got so much out of that moment in the Division that when the full game came out, I was like, nothing can live up to that moment when I was invisible shotgunning everyone.
Just to change the subject, what do you guys think they could do to make the next Division game if they're making one? I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but if they were going to make another one, what should they do to make it better?
They'll have loot drops. Of course.
What do you mean? There's no loot drops in the first one?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there is.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well, that shows how much I played that game.
I think it was limited in the beta, so maybe.
And by loot drops, I don't mean like, a shirt dropped and I picked it up. I mean like a loot box that drops like a bunch of random items. Are those in the game?
There weren't loot boxes.
There were like chests at the end of missions that gave you random weapons and stuff.
Okay, never mind.
Were there chests? Or was it just like drops?
Maybe it was drops. I don't remember. I know you would get stuff, though. You would get loot.
Yeah. Man, I was so stoked for that game when it was first announced.
I thought it was fun.
I didn't like the whole
platinumed it.
Like inventory. Not inventory, but like the customization, I guess, or like how the menus worked. I don't know. Division was a very average game for me. I say that, but I platinumed it, so I enjoyed it for what it was.
The people that made Division are working on an Avatar game, so Unless they have another developer working on that, it might be a while.
And this is the movie Avatar, like the blue people.
Yeah, the blue people.
What are you going to do in that game? Have sex with animals as often as you'd like.
You never wanted to fly one of those things?
Oh, those
like
birds?
Pterodactyls?
Yeah, you're technically mating with it at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a strange universe, Avatar.
Mating with trees?
I don't know why, but I'm into it. Funniest lag-related memories. I know I've said it 100 times. I had a ton of funny lag memories in Call of Duty taking advantage of the teleport glitch where it was purely based off lag, where you could teleport and score your enemy's flag instantly and capture the flag. Great memories of that. I'm sure there's countless times I've lagged in games where it did something hilarious, but I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
I've always had somewhat decent internet.
Yeah, I mean, I've certainly lagged on my end a couple times, but it's typically it's a collectively like everyone's ping and a match will go down, or maybe it is my internet in the past. I don't know. Always my excuse whenever I got massacred by someone who looked like they were glitching around in the match. It's like, oh, they're lag switching.
I remember
that was always the way out.
I remember Zach always saying that. Like, this person's cheating. They're lagging too.
Yeah. Zach always confused the word lag with glitch.
Oh, yeah?
He always would say, they're glitching, dude. They're glitching everywhere. I'm like, I think you mean lag. And he always called it glitching. When someone's like skipping around because their internet sucked.
Dang, you called him out in front of everybody.
I did. Called him out a few times at this podcast without him being here.
To get him on to defend his honor.
I got really hung up on his Florida thing that one time. Florida.
All right. Thank you for the question.
Yes. I can't think of it. I'm sure.
Sorry, we can't answer it back.
Something may come to mind at some point. Jay Scriber says, hey guys, hope you're all doing well as always. What is the game that you've had the most high expectations for, enough to buy the game right away only to walk away from it disappointed? I cannot read today. My eyes are like closing as I was reading that.
Mafia 3.
That's a big one for me.
That's a good one.
That's the only one I can even think of in the past couple of years.
Yeah, I can't say I was disappointed by No Man's Sky because it was everything I thought it would be.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I don't buy games day one anymore unless I'm like, I know it's going to be great. So I don't really get disappointed anymore.
Yeah, Mafia is the only one that surprised me when I didn't live up to my hype.
Yeah.
So
that's my fault though, because apparently it was getting a kind of a group of people were saying like, hey, I don't know about this, but I just really wasn't paying attention. I was like, oh, it's Mafia. I didn't take notice that it was a different developer and stuff than Mafia 2. I kind of just saw the name Mafia and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. The second one was great.
I will say, when I first started playing Mafia, that whole like cinematic opening,
oh yeah,
that was fantastic.
The beginning
was awesome.
Was great. Yeah.
I thought like if the whole game was gonna be like that, I was gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be awesome. But
I did have a bit of fun when I unlocked the silence pistol in the game, just running around popping dudes in the head with a silence pistol. That was fun for a little while.
Didn't you play it more than me and him did?
Yeah, you played it a lot more.
Yeah, I did. I got into the part where like the real core part of the game begins. We have those main targets. You have to do like a bunch of missions leading up to killing them. There's a couple fun moments in there when I got that silence pistol. You had to like get the reputation of one of your allies up to a certain point, and he would grant you that pistol.
Okay.
So it was an okay game. Just purely, it was just
apparently
fun.
The DLC is like way better.
Is it?
Yeah, from what I've heard.
I will never be returning.
What if it was a free PSN game?
I know I saw a funny glitch in that game. I can't remember what it was.
The sky in that game was a glitch in itself, I think. It was like the weirdest color ever.
It wasn't a great looking game.
I remember when I first saw the sky in the game, I was like, wow, that looks really interesting. And I was like, kind of, I think in a podcast for one of our Let's Plays, like, yeah, the sky looks really cool in this game. And then later on, something looked off about it. And the more you watch it, the crazier it got. It's like, what's happening out there?
Or something. Oh, it's weird.
It was strange. Bojangle says, Bohongales, sup guys, how's everything going? In the wake of recent Hurricane Irma, Florida, where I live, got somewhat butt fucked.
Oh.
It's funnier because I hesitated because I was so out of it. I was like, make sure I'm not missing any words here.
Out.
That's the word. I'm safe and so are the other hosts of the Thought Patrol, but other areas still don't have power from extensive wind damage and storm surge flooding. The reason I bring all this up is during the storm which took place on the launch week of Destiny 2, of course, I needed a way to play. So with my PS4 hooked up to a generator and connected to a hotspot on my phone, I definitely got in some good D2 time.
Yep. He raided with us, I think, using that.
That's mobile hotspot.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's incredible that he's able to do that. Yeah. My question is, what is the farthest you have gone out of your way to play games in any situation? That's so funny. A generator and a hotspot.
I don't really have a good one, but when I first had my Xbox One, we went down to Panama City for Thanksgiving for some reason. Mm-hmm. But I had to go out and buy a TV on Black Friday just to play my Xbox. Because I just kind of I didn't want to not use it. Mm-hmm. Like it was literally the week of that it came out.
When we went up to Indiana and Fallout 4 was coming out, I bought this entire car contraption that was $300 just to play it for that. I've literally never used it since.
You still have it?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I might use it in some rare case, but I specifically bought it just to play in the car. And thankfully, the car that we had rented was outputting enough, power to actually do the PlayStation. I think under normal circumstances, it wouldn't have worked, but and all that money would have been a waste. But thankfully, it worked. So that's probably the most trouble I went through to play a game. So
I think I've been in situations where, especially when I was younger, I didn't have any consoles or handhelds with me, that I would download a game on my phone and convince myself that I loved every second of it. It's like some crappy mobile game. And I'd play it, telling myself, "You're having a great time playing this," because I was so desperate to play a video game. And in reality, I hated every moment of it, but I tried to tell myself I was having fun.
Okay.
I can't think of a time I've tried to rig up my console somewhere in a desperate effort to play.
I have zombied
mini controllers.
Yeah, mashed together controllers, and they have just been absolutely atrocious, duct tape hanging off and stuff. Your hands are getting sticky because you're sweating on the tape, and the adhesive is seeping through to your hands and stuff. It's awful. But I had to play that Call of Duty, so.
What about you, Jacob?
He just
I don't really have any good ones, unfortunately. I mean, I bought systems just to play a game. Bought a PC because I really wanted to play Overwatch on PC. I bought a Switch to play Zelda because I couldn't stand you guys just talking about it all the time. I really wanted to play it, but now I'm not even playing it at all. So,
when do you think you'll go back to it?
I'll get back to it before the year's over.
Okay.
I don't know when. I usually used to play it here once a week when I came over, but
I can imagine sitting on a nice cozy chair next to a fire with a nice beverage of some sort around Christmas time would be a fun Zelda experience.
I can picture myself doing that, right with the trees.
Yeah, and there's a football game on in the background, kind of around family and everything.
Sounds like a great.
It's a quiet evening.
Night.
I might do that with Xenoblade or Mario.
That'll be me and Mario.
I cannot wait to play my Switch this holiday season. There's so many great games coming. Are you guys gonna try Fire Emblem? So I've never played one. I kind of want to try it.
Maybe. I might try. I might play LA Noire on it again. I like LA Noire.
So many better games.
Okay. How would you know, Jacob?
Yeah, Jacob, you don't even know.
Listen, every time people talk about it, they don't like it.
Who's who?
Yeah, who?
Who was I listening to?
It's got a decent Metacritic score.
Let me think of who I'm thinking of. It's a podcast I was listening to.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and they know everything, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah. You trust them more than your own podcast buddies?
I do.
Jacob, we've done almost 120 episodes of this thing. You still don't trust us.
I don't.
Man.
What if we ever led you astray in terms of recommending a game?
No Man's Sky. Of course. We were all collectively. We didn't recommend it. Well, we recommended Fallout, and you weren't too impressed by that.
If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have bought No Man's Sky.
Fallout's still a good game, though. Even if it wasn't his cup of tea, it's still a good game.
It's a good game.
Right.
Or say you've never
led me astray.
Yeah, we've never led him astray.
You should trust us more, Jacob.
Yeah.
As soon as you trust us, it'll be your downfall.
I don't not trust you.
I'm not saying LA Noire is the best game ever made.
Okay.
But it's a good game. It's a unique experience.
Do you think a full walkthrough of Jacob and I playing The Evil Within 2 would be appropriate? Because I feel like when we do horror games, it's a pretty good time. And Evil Within kind of seems up there.
It's not fun.
You don't think so?
I still got to beat that.
The first one?
Yeah.
Me too. I want to beat it before the second one comes out. I'm not buying it on launch day, but I want to definitely play it before the second one.
Yes. What's the next game that's coming out? Next big game?
What's today? I mean, what's the month?
Or September.
September.
Is there anything else coming out?
Shadow of War should be coming out pretty soon.
It's October.
Oh.
I think it's like the first week of October.
I think it's like the 10th or something.
Okay.
What happened to Absolver? I was kind of excited for that game. That game just came and went. Nobody's talking about it.
It's not very good, apparently.
I've heard it's fine.
Like the combat's good, but like the world isn't very fun to explore.
It's just disappointing.
There's no motives in the game. It's just fight.
What is coming out?
I honestly, I don't know if anything else is coming out.
I'm waiting for the end of October, I guess.
Yeah. October is the big one.
Yeah.
It always is the big month. So
I guess Destiny. Yeah, I think just Destiny.
It's kind of smart that they always do September because it's always before all the other big
Death of the Outsider just came out, so I was looking forward to that. So, yeah.
Let us know in the comments what's going out this month, if anything good.
So many, just like last year. True Vault Hunter simply asks, you guys want to play some PUBG sometime?
No.
Yes.
Nah.
Just kidding. Yeah, I'll play.
Sure. I want to play it anytime.
Yeah, we ought to get a stream back up and play some PUBG.
I'd love that.
Sure.
We should do that, Jacob.
I'm going to be streaming. Hopefully,
when are you going to stream the raid?
I don't know.
I'll probably stream more once I get my beast up and running.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to stream a lot of Destiny when I get it on PC. I don't like streaming on PS4. I don't like it at all.
It's so easy, Jacob.
It's very simple.
I just don't like how that you can't not talk to chat without talking to people you're playing with too. It's annoying. Just people that you're playing with, like for example in Destiny, they don't want to hear you talk to chat or anything.
You can't get in a party by yourself?
Yeah, just start a party by yourself.
But I got to talk to my teammates, right?
Yeah, put them in a party.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But they still hear me talking to the stream.
I mean, let's say
they're watching.
Let's say you're streaming on PC as well, and you're playing with other people.
Because my mic is the mic that I use. It's my headset. Like I don't have a separate mic to talk. So
I get what you're saying. So
you know what
saying,
I mean? Like I can't,
you would have on PC. You're saying you would have talk to.
Like I love the push to talk
on.
feature. Yeah. So if I don't hold that button, I just talk. Like the stream can hear me no matter what. But if I'm holding that, people in game can hear me. So
I see. What
I
you're
like
saying.
the separation.
You could always just temporarily. You could temporarily mute your mic on PlayStation.
But then they wouldn't hear me on stream.
You're right.
Are you wanting to talk to people you're playing with?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like if I'm playing Destiny, like I mean, not just like casually. I'm not going to talk to anyone, but you know, if I'm doing a raid, it's crucial that I talk to someone.
Yeah, but they'll be talking to you.
Yeah, and they'll know you're streaming, so they get it.
And if you're doing a raid, you don't need to be talking.
There,
you don't need to be talking.
It's not like the biggest deal in the world. I get that, but I don't know. It's important to me.
Okay.
I think you guys just need to accept that.
Okay,
it's fine.
Ursa Sweatshirt says, yo. Not sure if you guys have talked about this, but what are some games you guys think are genre defining? Recently, like Dark Souls, for instance, setting off a bunch of games with like combat systems, or historically like maybe Mario 2 platformers.
I'm going to say the Arkham series.
Definitely have revolutionized third-person combat, it seems.
Yeah.
At least as far as like countering and stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe Fallout 3 for open world RPGs, right?
I'll say old school Elder Scrolls games, especially.
Yeah, maybe Elder Scrolls, that game.
Yeah.
Maybe
definitely set the bar for RPGs, and then Witcher came and just kicked it down.
It did.
What was that again?
Yeah, I didn't catch that last part, man. Genre defining. I mean, Dark Souls is up there because you need Code Vein's coming. There's another game I played at E3 called Immortal Unchained that's just like it as well.
I sent?
Yeah.
Doesn't it look
Code Vein looks awesome.
Looks cool.
I'm very interested in that. The setting hasn't blown me away yet. I think the setting looks kind of drab, but the character designs and like the combat and stuff looks really cool to me.
I'm kind of like happy.
Yes, anime.
Yeah.
I'm excited to play a vampire game. Like that's exciting to me.
Oh, vampire?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game looks.
No, I just mean like vampires in general.
No, I'm excited for
the
Vampire.
game too. Looks awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Garrett sold me more on that game than any trailer I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be the front man of that game.
We'll see if I play it when it comes. I think it comes out in November, maybe.
Yeah.
You could pass off as a vampire.
Me?
Yeah.
Really?
Why?
Yeah.
Why's that?
Someone told me.
You just look like a vampire.
Someone told me at
not
where was I?
way.
I think I was in Seattle somewhere. Someone told me I look like Edward Cullen from Twilight.
Yeah, that's probably why.
I was like, I'm not opposed to that because I like.
It's a good looking.
I don't see that at all. Though.
Me neither, because I'm not as pale, and his hair has a little more volume to it than mine.
I think you could look like him. If
your
you
teeth are closer together too.
Yeah, or his teeth.
When I envision him, I imagine his teeth.
Do you even know what his teeth look like?
I don't think so. You're thinking of his brother Emmett, I believe.
Okay.
Emmett has a buzz cut and like he kind of has that gap in his teeth.
Okay.
Is he a werewolf?
No, he's a vampire as well. Okay. They have the power that I wish I had. They never have to sleep ever.
Oh, you mean in the movie, his brother?
In the movie Twilight, yeah.
I thought you meant his real life brother, like the actor.
No, I like Robert Pattinson a lot. I think he's a phenomenal actor. So I hear his new movie. I can't remember what the title of it is. I hear it's really good. I want to see it.
Does he get a lot of roles anymore?
Apparently, he doesn't bathe.
Oh,
he's one of those guys. Nice. Genre defining. Arkham's up there. Yeah. Dark Souls is up there.
What about for racing games? What was defining for that?
Probably Forza.
I say initially it was Turismo, then kind of Forza.
Initially, yeah.
Mario Kart, guys.
Yeah.
For kart racers and like racing sims, maybe a little bit.
Yeah. What else could we do?
I would say Witcher is kind of like the defining game for RPGs now, but nobody's really answered yet, or nobody's really. I don't know. What game like started the whole craze about freaking visions? Like
seeing like that's not really like a vision mode to see.
That's
like
not really
objectives.
That doesn't make sense. That's not a genre. My example is the Arkham in terms of
sports
third person action games.
There's just so many.
And I'm so tired. And I have to go all the way to Delaware.
That's a good question, though.
It is a good question. We could probably do a whole topic on that, honestly. Maybe we'll come back to that one.
Yeah. I think I might like that.
Me too.
Is that it?
We haven't done an outside of the box topic in a long time in this podcast.
Okay.
It just takes so much preparation. It's a miracle this happens at all.
It is.
Especially on a day like today.
Yes.
Was that all the questions?
That was all of them.
Oh, wow. Thanks for all those questions, y'all.
Yes.
That was the It's Obvious Gaming podcast, the show where me and two guys talk.
Preston, this is the first podcast ever that you have not finished your water.
I know. I'm just not feeling it.
I think you need to chug it real quick, man.
Yeah, don't break the tradition, man.
Do you want to exit us out then while I chug it?
Sure.
Okay, I'll do it.
We're on YouTube at youtube.com/ItsObviousGaming. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love for you to do so. Come say hello in the comments of any of our videos. Sure, we'll have more. There he goes. Let's Plays and such coming soon. Of course, we'll be streaming more often as well. Hopefully this week.
Loud.
I just got to watch this now. You're almost there.
It's impressive.
There we go. Now you're hydrated.
Wasn't that the guy in our small group that just like he crushed?
Yeah, I was talking about him recently. It was Luke. Yeah, Luke could just
insane.
In an instant, the water would be inside him. It was amazing.
That's great.
I wonder how much you could do that before you had to go to the bathroom. Like
I think he could do 2 or 3 before he said his stomach was completely full of water.
That sounds painful.
Shit.
What?
Guys, I've been just summoned for jury duty.
Have you really?
Oh no!
When is it?
Damn, I don't know.
That sucks. That's my worst fear.
See, I got summoned, but I was in school, so I got out of it.
That's cool. So if you're in school, you can get out of it.
Yeah.
God. What if you have work? Do they make you skip work?
Yeah.
I mean, work has to let you go do it.
Okay, interesting.
Fuck.
That takes probably.
When is it? Is it this week?
I don't know. I got sent a picture of the envelope.
How much do they pay you for that stuff?
Not a lot.
Yeah.
All you can hope for is that it's a decent case.
Yeah.
And then you can also hope. Well, I hope it isn't this week because I really want you to have that barbecue in Birmingham.
Hopefully, it's not a case like, oh, my neighbor ran over my cat.
How do you? There's got to be a way to get out of it.
It depends. I don't know. You'll have to do some research.
Just change your identity. How about that?
Okay.
Steal someone else's identity.
Just run away. Run away from your problems.
Run to Venezuela and never come back.
So that was rude.
He'd be safe there.
He would. He couldn't do the podcast there, though.
Why not? Internet.
Why not?
Or did we exit out?
I said come to YouTube.
Okay,
that's all
YouTube. I said. Could do the iTunes. We're on that.
Yeah, please rate and subscribe us or subscribe to us on.
This is the worst outro.
This is awful.
On iTunes, if you're willing to do so. Have we got any new ones, Jacob?
Appreciated.
Let me check.
Okay.
I haven't been on.
I'm convinced like
in a while.
We'll never end up on new and noteworthy, but we still appreciate those reviews.
Yeah, we're still getting good ones.
Guys, I got super liked on Tinder.
Whoa.
What does super liked mean?
Did they pay to say thank you? I mean, say hi.
Can I see your Tinder profile just out of curiosity? I've never seen it before.
Yeah, not right now. But
do you have multiple pictures on there? Or is it just one?
Yeah, I have multiple.
You have any shirtless pics on there?
No.
That would sell you.
I'm not a fucking middle schooler.
That'd sell you, man.
That's what I did in middle school.
Like
I'd stand in front of the mirror.
Just your breasts on Tinder.
Take a picture of the mirror.
Just a single breast.
Shirt off.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm blanking here. I'm distracted.
What else? I'm blanking so bad this podcast. We're Discord there too, and then iTunes, and then YouTube, and then everything else I said already. Do that. Thank you.
Yeah, everything you will ever need to connect with us or each other is in the description of every single YouTube video. Yeah. It's like one of the most detailed description boxes I've ever seen.
Of all time.
It probably is the best looking one too, if I'm being honest. Or at least, in my opinion, the most organized and easy to traverse.
Thank you to all the listeners, and then I'd also thank you again to the community members that helped me and Jacob out in the raid. Yeah, that was very nice of you guys.
It was very fun, just working together and figuring.
And my rants, that I was talking about, was not directed towards you guys in the slightest.
Yeah, it was. Don't listen to him.
I mean, I
swear it wasn't.
The last night we were raiding was frustrating because we were all getting tired and we've been raiding for a long time and just knocking our heads against the fight and nothing was working.
The past 2 nights were with random people, so I'm mad at them, not you. But anyways, any closing thoughts?
I look forward to playing more Destiny in general, but especially with you guys and the community once I level up to raid level.
I'd love you to join.
But I definitely want to do the Nightfall with you guys this week, please.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be great.
All right, guys. It's been amazing talking to you, and I look forward to seeing you next week.
Likewise. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.